My name is Samantha Matney, Samantha Matney, and I'll be performing a DI titled Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Dowdy. It was November 1st when Mike took a 2-week fishing vacation with his wife and child, leaving me, deer in the headlights me, in charge of the crematory. Worse yet, Mike had scheduled a witness cremation first thing for Monday morning. With Mike gone, I had to perform the dreaded witness by myself. Dear God, Mike, reiterate all procedures and dispense positive reinforcements immediately, I pleaded, but Mike took a different approach. Don't worry, man, it's a real nice family. From New Zealand. Or Australia. Oh, whatever. The son's cool, and I think he's straight. He likes 6 feet under, get it? So there you go. It's really nice on Monday. He's coming to like 20 pieces of property. I'm trying to set you up. But disaster lurked around every corner during a witness cremation. Just a few weeks earlier, the conveyor belt is used to roll the bodies into the retort had developed a problem with its electrical system. The short caused the boat to stall occasionally. Now, the stall is not much of an issue if I was alone. I could solve the problem by simply taking running start across the crematory and ramming the cardboard body box into the retort. But if it was a witness cremation, that option seemed far less viable. I practiced what I'd say if the worst occurred. Oh yes, that conveyor belt always stops right there. This is the part where I take a running start across the crematory and slam my body into the box containing your mother and shoot her into the flames. Common procedure, sir. Worry not. The night before the cremation, I had nightmares about the conveyor belt breaking. Or worse, the machine turning off as loading the body. Now, that had never happened before, but theoretically it could. With my luck, it would. Dead bodies? Ugh. But Cass sees and touches dead bodies almost daily. But this is her first witness cremation without her boss, Mike, there to supervise. And Kat's worried that something will go wrong. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Dowdy. As soon as I got to work, I started on her makeup. I used whatever was available from Westwind's makeup kit. A special mortuary makeup? Half bottles from the drugstore down the street. I tried priming her hair to distract from the decomposition. And I placed white sheets around her face, which was the size and color of a basketball. I attempted a flattering angle. But after rolling her under the rose-colored lamplight of the viewing room, she didn't look half bad. The woman's son, a.k.a. Mike's dream date for yours truly, arrived with 10 family members in tow. I escorted them into the viewing room and led them over to the body. I'll leave you alone with her. Take all the time you need, I said, backing respectfully out of the room. But as soon as the doors were shut, I put my ear against the wood, anxious to hear the reaction. The first thing the son said, quite emphatically, was, "She looked better before. Mom looked much better before all this makeup." My immediate instinct was to fling the drawers open and yell, "You mean she was visibly decaying, buddy?" But I realized that wasn't the best customer service move. After I had calmed down and overcome insult to my handiwork, I wanted to speak with the son again, to tell him that I didn't agree with the corpse makeup industrial complex either, and that natural was much better. But that maybe if he had seen her, he would agree that makeup was warranted, and I would ask him to clarify what he meant by "she looked better before." Was before when she was still alive? That made sense. Or was before when he last saw her and she wasn't yet the color of a traffic cone? Or the scariest possibility yet, that he's one of those creatures genuinely comfortable with bodies that have already gone into the stages of decomposition. In which case, Mike was right. Maybe this was my dream man. Either way, the conversation never happened, and I'm pretty sure our rom-com relationship was doomed, despite the excellent meet-cute premise. The family took their time viewing their matriarch before coming to get me for the cremation. Back at the chapel, I was alarmed to find smoke wafting out from the sides of the body. The family had placed several thick layers of burning sage in the folds of her white sheets. We didn't usually allow open fire in the viewing room, but since Mike was gone and the mom resembled sports equipment, I let it slide. Along with the sage, the family had placed a Haagen-Dazs, a coffee ice cream bar in between her hands, like a Viking's warrior weapon. But the coffee ice cream bar is my favorite, so I yelled involuntarily, "Those are my favorite!" I had successfully kept my mouth shut up until that moment, even after the insult to my skills as a corpse beautician. But ice cream was a subject I could not remain silent on. Thankfully, the family just laughed. Ice cream bars were their mom's favorite too. I lifted Mom onto the conveyor belt, and to my relief, the belt's soothing whir accompanied her right into the retort. I let the son push the button to start the flames, and like many before him, he was moved by the button's ritual power. The incense and ice cream showed me that this family was no stranger to ritual. In that moment, it seemed like he had forgotten the makeup incident, though he was not charmed enough to ask me out. While Mike was gone, I cremated 27 adults, 6 babies, and 2 anatomical torsos, 3 of which were witness cremations, and they went off without a hitch. On Mike's first day back, he glanced up from his paperwork and said, "I'm so proud of you." I almost burst into tears right then and there. I felt like I had accomplished something huge. I feel like I was no longer a girl playing dress up at this job. I wasn't a dilettante. I was a crematory operator. It was a skill. I knew how to do it. It was something I was good at.